gathered in here by the big man, Walter Welch. Walter taken down on the 45-metre line, free in, and over once again will go TJ Reid. And this is how it came about. Reaching in there was Dara Fives, swung him around, and then it was the hand of Jamie Barron. And thus far shalt thou go, I think, seems to be the message.
Yeah, great catch. Great puck out, first of all, to pick out Walter Welch, and a great catch. And then once you manhandle a player up around the shoulder, up around the neck, you know you're going to be penalised.
TJ Reid once again. This to put three between them. Oh, he looks ultra confident. Another white flag and a goal and 5 so far for TJ Reid, and it's 1-7 to 7 points. Well, they're giving away frees, Waterford, and TJ is punishing them. Likewise, Maurice Shanahan doing the punishing at the other end. That's batted out this time inadvertently by Shane Bennett. Comes out as far as Kieran Joyce. Grabbed in the air and then lost. Richie Hogan goes after it, collects it well, and there's nothing Shane Fives can do about it. The goalkeeper allows this one to bounce in front of him and slips it back out to the side here, out as far as Dara Fives. Picked up here by Colin Dunford. Haven't really seen Dunford run at the Kilkenny defence as we've seen him do in all of the earlier matches in this year's championship. Moran was fouled that time by Fennelly, and it's going to be a Waterford free in this time with just about 4.5 minutes to go to half-time.
Yeah, very difficult for Michael Fennelly there. Once Kevin Moran went to ground, you're going to fall over his back, and the referee adjudged that he had fouled, so another chance now for Maurice Shannon, their chief score taker up to now, and only, I think he has got all the scores bar Austin Gleeson's sideline, so...
Which in its own way has to be something of a concern, because we haven't seen too many of the other forwards get scoring chances either, Donald.
No, but that is their system, I suppose, Gerard, and they'll be happy enough, you know, if he gets this over, there's only 2 points between them.
So crouching, hitting from 50 metres out, and the usual result. It's 7 for Maurice Shanahan. It's another one for Waterford. They look happy faces. He's made it 1-7 to 8 points. Well, he's certainly doing the business. Both free takers in top form. Owen Murphy pucking it out. Light breeze behind Kilkenny for the opening 35 minutes, but it's not terribly strong. Drop by Kevin Moran. In comes Jerry Elward, taking on Shane Fives. After him goes Dara Fives, leaving it off this time to Walter Welch. Welch taking on, and then in came the hand of Shane Fives. Referee says play on, then it's Dara Fives right on the end line, and the two Fives combine, and in the end is flicked away by Shane Fives. Back out here as far as Philip Mahoney, back out to Kevin Moran, and they break out of defence, or try to do so. That's Jamie Barron. 2 between them, close to half-time. Kilkenny leading. Out comes Austin Gleeson. Gleeson leading the charge, having a go and putting it over the bar. He's got a second. The margin is down to 1. 3 minutes to go to half-time. Thrilling stuff at Croke Park.
Well, that was a great score, inspirational score. The way they walked it out from the back, and you thought for a while that Jamie Barron had lost the ball. Eventually got it to Gleeson, and a trademark Austin Gleeson score, like he scored against Cork in the championship, and again in the league final. But a fantastic score, and that will certainly get the Waterford crowd on their feet.
Those puck outs directed down to Walter Welch are causing problems. It's Dara Fives who's been given the man-marking job at this stage. Austin Gleeson just feeling an injury there, but this big man here, Walter Welch, is about 6'4", 5 inches tall, and he takes some stopping way up into the air. Fives was coming after him there, but the referee had blown his whistle by that stage, and TJ Reid will have the opportunity of extending the lead out to 2 once again, close to the interval break.
Yeah, 2 very valuable catches from Walter Walsh there, and maybe Owen Murphy might be better off just you know, to pepper that side of the field with his puck outs. Waterford will be pleased enough, Gerard. I think their system, they're playing Brick Walsh in the right half forward, hasn't been in the game that well.
Here's another one. TJ Reid now with a goal and 6 points out of Kilkenny's total of 1-8. We were mentioning the spread of scores by Waterford, much the same for Kilkenny, it has to be said. Nobody in the inside forward line that's on paper at least, Aylward, Conor Fennelly or Owen Larkin, has scored so far. Walter Welch has certainly been getting a lot of possession, and making scores for others. Richie Hogan on 2 points, and as I mentioned, TJ Reid on 1-6. This is as far as Gleeson. Final minute or so of the opening 35. A lapse by Shane Fives allows Owen Larkin, former hurler of the year, get it into the current hurler of the year from last year. Richie Hogan flighting it in but putting it wide this time. Haven't had too many of those, only 4, and Waterford have had just 3 wides in the opening, well, almost 34.5 minutes. That's beautifully taken by Austin Gleeson. Blocked down well by Kieran Joyce. Goes again. The WIT student knocking it in there towards Maurice Shanahan. Coming to it first is Shane Bennett. And the 18-year-old makes an angle for himself. The Waterford crowd cheer. He's got his first score of this match in the All-Ireland hurling semi-final. He's made it 1-8 to 10 points. Good point by the 18-year-old.
Yeah, did very well to flick the ball away, and he's standing in there with Maurice Shanahan in a 2-man full forward line. That's almost the first ball he's got, but excellent score.
Short puck out as far as Joey Holden, the Kilkenny captain. Back as far as Owen Murphy, being pressurised by Waterford, and the referee saw that the pressure was just a little bit too vigorous there, so he's given the free out. There's got to be 1 minute of additional time at the end of a game which started late because the minor match before all of this finished level. A very thrilling game between Kilkenny and Waterford. It finished Kilkenny 26 points, or sorry, Galway and Kilkenny 26 points for Kilkenny, 220 for Galway. They'll meet again. Meanwhile, in the senior match, it's Kilkenny who come, and once again it's Colin Fennelly. Oh, taken down by Shane Fives, somewhat unceremoniously, and the referee reaching for a notebook.
Yeah, that'll be a noting for that, and lucky enough, I think that's the second free here that Shane Fives just hands around, and that could be a yellow card here, yeah.
It's the first yellow card of the match, and it's come deep into stoppage time. It now gives Kilkenny an easy free.
But what it does is, as well, Ger, is that Shane Fives now cannot tackle really like it, and you know, Kilkenny will be aware of that, particularly going into half-time, and they'll be advised to run at him because he'll virtually have to let you go, because once he puts his hand on you again, it's probably a straight red then, right, and he'll be off.
That's 1-7 for TJ Reid at the end of this first half. Shane Fives getting himself a yellow card for the foul immediately before that, and very shortly now the referee will blow his whistle at the end of a very interesting first half here. The teams go in with just 2 points separating the sides. The only goal of the game came after 17 minutes, and it was TJ Reid who got it. But overall, I think Derek McGrath and his mentors will be happy enough with the way Waterford have played. Big Dan Shanahan there as well. They're very much in it, because just 2 between them at half-time, really all to play for in the second 35 minutes. At Croke Park here at half-time, the scoreboard reads Kilkenny the leaders by 1-9 to 10 points. Very shortly we'll have the views of Anthony Daly, Henry Shefflin and Ken McGrath with Michael Lester. That's right after this.
You're very welcome to the kingdom. We're ready to rock and roll. It's all set.
They've come from far and wide.
We have the crowds, we've fantastic roses, and we're off to the dome.
And they're ready to party.
They're a fine rowdy bunch.